So that was Drimmen. Now on to Roadennan. 12 to 13 miles, depending which option you take. Connick Hill, or along the side of the locks. So we've got more time and the same distance as yesterday. So it's going to be more drone, more photography from the captain, and more putting our feet up, maybe with a cup of tea, with a jet board as we go along. So let's see how it goes. Watch this space, check out the map to see the route. Good morning. Delicious breakfast, Captain. What have you got?
Scottish sausage, no less, bacon and black pudding.
Winner. Just what you need to start the next part of the day. Right, after that lovely repast, the captain and I are just heading out to Drimmen, and we're just going to join back up with the West Highland Way. We're going to head north towards Roadennan. So between 12-13 miles it's saying, isn't it, Captain?
Yeah.
We've got all our gear. Got all our gear.
No idea.
Got all our gear, no idea. Weather's going to be much more forgiving for outdoor loonies like us. And as the scenery changes, we'll start to show you some of it. In the meantime, here's the way out of Drimmen.
That way.
Which way?
That way.
That way. So we're just about to enter Queen Elizabeth Forest Park. I think it's Carabdan Forest, its actual name, however you pronounce it.
Okay.
So at the moment, just a corridor of trees, and I believe the scenery is going to open up when we get close to Loch Lomond. In the meantime, we're just taking it easy. Lots of opportunities for adventure, and we're going to have a look into the Carabdan Forest. Just coming to the edge of the forest, Carabdan Forest, however you pronounce it, where the path will split two directions. Go to the right, we do Connick Hill, or left, down to the shores of the loch, and probably something more picturesque. So, as we've agreed, debated, chewed it over, benefits of Connick Hill are going to be views, but really sore knees, and we're not here to really summit a lot of things. We don't need to tick it off. Ben Nevis is for that. So we're going to err on the side of comfort, and we're going to mooch on down to head left instead of right, round the edge of Connick Hill to the edge of the loch, and just enjoy the scenery there. Stop for a cup of tea and not worry too much about another hill we've ticked off. And the captain there just enjoying his trip, like we both have so far. Like you probably see, there's a couple of little groups of folks ahead of us. It's Saturday. And because it's Saturday and the weather's nice, obviously there's lots of walkers about, which is fine because we don't own this. We've come to get away from it all, and as you can see, that's probably about as busy and crowded as this place gets. A couple of people passing us here and there, but we don't mind, do we, Captain? It's a marathon, not a sprint. And with that, go back to the scenery, which is going to change with every step. So the captain and I have met the Alfred Wainwright of Scotland, Tom Weir, who was very well known for travelling across the mountains. He doesn't like a very tall man. It looks like he's getting on a bit. I don't want to speak ill of him, but it seems that everything does shrink with age, Captain, as we're starting to find out.
Very nice.
But this gentleman seems to have been the, like I say, the Alfred Wainwright of Scotland, sort of blazing a trail for folks, Connick Hill there and so forth. And there we go, into the Highlands. Now it seems that the road we're on, thank you Tom, as you were, road's going to go along here and through the woods, and as the road turns right and goes around, we're going to follow the edge of the loch round and then onto Roadennan. So maybe another 5 or 6 miles, we've got plenty of water. The weather's good. The captain's banging away with the new camera like he does, and things are going absolutely peachy. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Loch Lomond. Thank you, Scotland, so far, and we'll see what comes up next. So far from Balmaha, we've had, other than the footage you saw really from the top of that hill, only wee glimpses through the trees at the side of the loch. You can just get little glimpses where there's been little campsites or somewhere to sit. So the route just continues on, winds around, and eventually end up at Rowadennan. So as you can see, little snippets of the loch through the trees, and obviously we're going to stop in a bit and make ourselves comfortable with a cup of tea and a biscuit as we go along. So we're not rushing. This has been quite sedate, easy on the knees, and it's good. Still a little muggy, it's trying to rain. But look at this, just as you come close to the edge of the loch, you get little snippets like this.
That's quite nice.
Folks out there on the paddleboard, just see them. We can see a pleasure cruiser. Just a mile or so now, maybe less, from Rowadennan Hotel, where we're going to stop and have tea and drinks. So still quite a long way from the edge of Loch Lomond. It comes and goes. Sitting on the beach there earlier, the shoreline I suppose, flying the drone, taking some pictures, and now we're struggling up another incline. How you doing there, Captain? You want you sit down now, don't you?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? Well, the captain and I have washed ashore at the Rowadennan Hotel because, as we know, the youth hostel doesn't serve evening meals. So the captain's guided us safely to port by keeping an eye on the old sea charts. So thank you for that, Captain. So just while we gather ourselves for another half a mile to the youth hostel, going to sink one of these and look over some of the pictures perhaps, and then we're going to rummage on what to look at to the old menu. The steak and ale pie looks rather good. So on that fabulous culinary bombshell, we're going to draw a line under it. Cheers, Captain. We're all but complete. You'll see a bit more footage as we sashay slowly to the youth hostel after this. Bottoms up. So here we are, Rowadennan Youth Hostel. Awesome. Lovely. And there we are. Drummond to Rowadennan. Here's the youth hostel. It's time to put our feet up.